Hey everybody, this is Chris at Zen Orc Reptiles. Thank you for joining me once again. Ringo's hiding there. Happy New Year's. I hope that you guys can meet all your New Year's resolutions. I hope everything, your dreams came true in 2019. Today I'm going to talk to you about some of the milestones we hit in 2019, and also I'm talking about some of the things that we plan on doing in 2020. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for subscribing, being part of my family, being part of this reptile community. I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that like button and hit the notification bell. And let's get started. Anyways, this year, it's been a great year for Zen Orc Reptiles. We branched out a lot. This year I had a pretty good clutch of ball pythons. I was able to upgrade to ASR racks this year. Really helped me out a lot. If you're going from a sea serpent or an AP plastic rack to an ARS rack or a freedom breeder rack, it's a big upgrade. It's so much easier to maintain your animals, so much easier to clean, so much easier to feed, etc. The only downside I would say of the ASRS racks would be where the bowl is, but that's the only downfall. That's the only thing I'd say is better about the freedom breeder. I mean, besides the stainless steel, but I've never had a problem with the powder coat so far, and I doubt if I will. But let's get back to this. So I was able to upgrade to ARS racks. Also, I was able to have a decent sized clutch this year. I did the year before, but this year was probably my best. This year was my best clutch. I had 69 snakes. Was able to sell all those without going to a show, mostly here in town or here in Washington. I have yet to actually go outside of Washington yet with a snake. None of my snakes have actually made it outside of Washington yet, but hopefully this year they will. I'll be able to sell some on Morph Market or at a show that's not in Washington. Hopefully, if not, that's okay. Was able to make a decent income this year from this, so pretty excited about that. It would have been a lot better if I started out breeding rats sooner. We did start breeding rats this year. That was kind of an iffy thing for us. We weren't sure. I've watched a lot of videos and different things and how they stink and how they smell. We were trying to think how to keep that smell down. The cost of food, which is all true. I found some ways of keeping the smell down for me, and it's obviously bearable. It's not that bad. But if you don't vent and take precautions, they do smell. So it's something you have to do if you're getting to that. But that's the one reason why it took us so long to actually start breeding rats, because when I first started, well, actually even this year, I was still buying frozen rats. And the problem is like a lot of these places, I was buying them from Lane Labs. Lane Labs was my favorite place. Well, because also because it's on the West Coast. But then I went to Big Cheese a lot of times, and even all these places. I don't use Rodent Pro, but I tried using Rodent Pro before when I couldn't find the sizes where I wanted. It seems like they're always out of smalls and fuzzies all the time. That was a big issue for me, is like not being able to buy them. There's also a place called Glacier Rodents here in Washington, and same thing. They ran out of certain sizes, and I had to search around to buy small frozen. So this year we decided to breed our own rats, and when we first started, worked out pretty well. Everything was going along. No smell problems. I wasn't venting or nothing at this time, just cleaning them out. I started just putting males and females together all the time. That came to be kind of a problem because they started breeding too fast. So I had to euthanize a lot of them, pull the males out of the cage, and kind of slow down my breeding for a while. Because I didn't know how many I needed at the time. There wasn't really no place online that tells you how many, at least where I looked, there was no place that tells you how many rats you should have for your size of the collection. So I bought me a big freezer, euthanized them, put them in a freezer, sold a lot of them, and actually bought me one medium size and a large freezer for these things, and found out how many I need to breed for my collection. Now I kind of bumped up a little bit because I'm actually selling them outside of my collection. It's actually been a kind of a blessing this year because we've actually made money off of the rodents, and it's actually helped us a lot because the money that I was spending on my personally out of pocket is totally gone. I don't put anything personally into my business anymore. It's all either from the rats or ball python sales. So this hobby is definitely paying for itself now. Not making, I'm not making a killing yet, but it's really been a good year for me financially, and I can see in the next couple of years me making a pretty decent amount of money doing this. The rodent thing I wasn't expecting to make money off of that. It was actually a pleasant surprise. So that was that. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to make that much money off of them. Also this year, I started up YouTube. I just kind of did it because I was kind of wanting to get my name out there, letting people know who I was, because I was planning on selling more animals, and I wanted to get outside of Washington, outside of my central Washington. That's been successful so far. A lot of people have actually noticed me, and it's really helped out my business. People wanting to buy snakes from me already. And it's pretty cool. I mean, it's just wanted to get out my name out there. So if I ever start selling on Morph Market, other things like that, people know who I was, and that's the reason why I've been doing these videos. And it's been very successful. I wasn't expecting much. I didn't know how much to expect from this, how fast it's going to grow. I think today I hit 120 subscribers. I wasn't expecting to grow as fast as I did. I understand that people, 120 subscribers is not a lot to a lot of people, but it is for only doing it since I think I started up in late April, and with no experience, no nothing. Just I started with a cell phone. I moved to a Canon camera. Now I use both of them, my phone and my camera. Camera depends on where I'm at. I didn't know what to expect from it, and it's been pretty wonderful actually. And I've had a good response from people, and you guys have been amazing. What else happened this year? I was also able to quit my second job. I was actually cleaning buildings at nighttime, and the reason why I was cleaning buildings is all that money was going towards my reptile business. So with the snakes and the rodents, I've actually been able to quit that and actually doing better off than I was there. So it gave me some more time to have, not doing the 2 jobs plus taking care of my animals. So that was kind of nice. But I was working 2 jobs just to get, the ARS racks and all the different things. Also, I'm also planning on getting a rat rack beginning of this coming year in 2020. That's gonna be kind of cool. I'm getting a rat rack from Freedom Breeder. It's gonna really help my business with the rats, and also the cleanliness, the room that other things take up, because I have to put them all. I have all these wooden racks right now, and they take up a lot more room. These are a lot more compact, a lot easier. I can actually have 2 racks eventually and have a lot more bins. So it's gonna be kind of wonderful that way. That's going to be a big score for me this year. But this coming year, I have a lot more animals that's going to be ready. I have about 40, but some of them right now are about 1,500 grams. So I don't think a lot of them are going to go this year. In my experience, they usually go the next year after. So far for me, I've had some go. It seems like only about 20% of them go. But this year, it's going to be a good year, but next year's going to be an amazing year for me. And I can't wait till the end of 2020. It's going to be a wonderful year for us. So it's going to be something that's going to be amazing this coming year. Also this year we're planning on breeding leopard geckos. We plan on branching out, and I'm not going to go crazy and get 100 colonies or nothing like that, but I'm planning on doing 8 to 10 colonies, and what that is 3 females to 1 male. I don't want to go crazy and have so many eggs and different babies I can't get rid of. I just want to try it out for a while and see how it works. It also gave me more of a justification to go to more reptile shows, because a lot of times I don't really need to, because all my animals are pretty much sold. So if I have a lot more snakes and leopard geckos this year, there'll be more reason for me to get a table at the shows. That's my problem right now, is not breeding enough animals, which is a good problem to have. That means I'm selling my animals, but I'm hoping this year that I'm actually have some to take to the shows or Morph Market. Also, I would love to up my Western hognose collection. I do have some females that are ready to go, but I want to get more. I really like to I don't want to go crazy with them. I don't want to do as many as ball pythons because a lot of places are kind of, people are afraid of them still, and also there's some places that are actually legal to have them, certain counties and certain states, unfortunately, because of their mild venom. Also, I really want to get into crested geckos. Again, I have some right now, but I have bred, but they're just pet quality. I'd like to get into some of those morphs and stuff like that and try that out. So this year, I'm hoping to get a lot more ball pythons, get really into leopard geckos, and up my western hognose. Also getting the crested geckos, and then also getting the little more colubrids. I do have colubrids that I breed. Most of my colubrids are 2 females to 1 male, but my colubrids are not. They're just all basic. Like I have kings. I have I have Mexican king snakes. I have California king snakes. I have Florida kings. Most of my stuff's pretty basic. I do have some corn snakes, but I haven't really bred corn snakes yet. I do have spotted pythons. They're 2 to 1 ratio. I have 2 females to 1 male. I have children's. I have 2 females to 1 male. That's mostly my ratio with all the other animals. It's just 2 females to 1 male. And I breed them on small scale. I would really like to get into also breeding my skinks, but the problem is keeping an eye on them while they're breeding. If you don't keep an eye on them, they will actually hurt each other, and it just takes a lot of time. And you can put them in the cage, wait there for about a half hour. They don't do anything. So you can do it like day after day, a couple days later, do it again, then they might finally go. And I've had some go when they actually didn't have babies. I've had some go, I didn't even think they went and they had babies, so it's kind of weird. They're not as predictable as other animals, but I still like to breed more of them. Anyways, guys, this year has been great for us. Next year's gonna be better. I can't wait to see what happens this year. Anyways, guys, if you wouldn't mind watching these other videos here, check them out. And also, wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button right there. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Bye.